a job, it would only be a matter of time before they were able to trace that burned identity to him. He hadn't expected it to take 2 years, but that was 2 more years of righting wrongs. He couldn't complain. He wants you to know that he appreciates your loyalty and that he loves you as a son. Getting you out of this situation might be difficult. Mike shook his head. He, his mentor, his savior, had given him hope when he had none. I don't expect to get out of it. I'm okay with that. I'm at peace. You shouldn't be here. But I am. And I have a second mission here inside that I can fulfill. Please, thank him for the new life he gave me. Thank him for his faith and support. The police will want to know who hired me, but I will never betray him. He knows. You have remained silent, which is exactly what you should continue to do. Your imprisonment will ultimately help us in the long term. Our boss finally sees a way to punish Sean Rogan. But it's a difficult and complex plan which will take time to implement. A year, maybe longer. I have time. You won't see me again. It might be too risky. If it works, you'll know during the trial. I may be able to find a liaison so you'll have all the information you need. It won't get you freedom, but we will fight against the death penalty. Mike said, I'm not afraid to die. His friend reached out and shook his cuffed hand. I'm really going to miss you, Mike. When this is all over, I'll visit as often as I can. When Mike was back in his cell, he mulled over what the plan might be and how Sean Rogan would be punished. He didn't know the man, but he had heard plenty of stories. He'd offered to add Rogan to his list, but his boss said no. There are other ways to right wrongs, and death is too good for Rogan. Chapter 1. Wednesday, outside Monterrey, Mexico. Siobhan Walsh Rogan watched as her new husband and his team helped the 6 terrified girls into the old Hummer. Even before he took her hand to help her into the vehicle, she could read his mind. No, she said. She jumped back down and stared into Kane's brilliant blue eyes and knew her instincts were right. No, she said, more emphatic. Do not go after him. She ignored the gnats flying around her head, the distant sound of a lone rifle, the curses of the man restrained in the doorway of the house Kane and his men had raided. He didn't say anything. He stared at her, face blank. Almost blank. Was he actually smiling? See? You can't even argue with me. I'm not going to argue with you, Red. Get in the truck. No. His gaze narrowed just a fraction, but it added 3 levels of mean to his expression. It's an order. Don't even. He pulled her away from the truck, away from his team and all the girls, all of whom were watching them far too closely. I will find him. I will stop him. It's not worth it. Was it worth it to rescue Hestia 9 years ago? This is not the same thing. We have the girls. We're getting them to safety, just like we did with Hestia. Blair escapes. More girls are at risk. You know it, and I know it. Dyson and Lucky will take you to the convent. Rangers with me. I know what I'm doing, Siobhan. He looked like the cold, hardened mercenary he'd been when she first met him. The mercenary she had loved and hated. The hero she wanted and feared for. She couldn't stop him. She knew that. She wanted to, because she had never loved like this before. But she loved Kane Rogan because of who he was, and this was who he was. He hadn't wanted her to come because the rescue was dangerous, but he also...